Good morning, everyone. This is Barbara Bach from your MLS department, and helping me this morning is Maggie York. Say hello, Maggie.
Good morning, everyone.
We are so glad that you're here, and you should see on the screen in front of you our phone number, our web address, and our MLS email address. Please make sure that you have that in your phone somewhere or written down so that anytime you have a question about any of the products that we teach here at Metrotex in the MLS department, you can call us directly, and you can also send us an email. So I am glad that you're here, and we are going to get this webinar started. I do want to mention to you, though, if you cannot see the entire screen, on the right-hand side you have a panel. If you click the arrow, it will close the panel and you will see the screen a little more clearly. If you have any questions, you can write them in the question box, and Maggie will be answering your questions this morning as we go along. So here we are. Let's get ready. First thing I want to talk to you about are the stats that you can get off of our homepage, mymetrotex.com. I'm going to scroll down, and you will notice right here you have the housing activity report. Let's look at a county first. I'm going to pick Denton County. So you can see that the median price for the month of June is gone up compared to June of 2017. You can see the number of active listings, 14% increased, and so forth. Great information that you can get, you can give to your buyers, your sellers, and it's just good for information for you to know. And this is Collin County. I'm going to close that one, and just as a comparison, I'm going to do Dallas County this time. It's gone up 6.3% since June of 2017. Our inventory is a little low. I know all the experts say they like 3 to 6 months of inventory. So this is what it was in June of this year. Now there's some more statistics that you can get off of this website, and it's right here where it says View Latest Reports. So let me go ahead and click on that. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to do June of this year. The first thing, I'm going to make my screen a little bit larger. The first thing you'll notice, again, it is for June of this year. All the sales, single family, 10,754. That is a little bit less than a year ago. And then, of course, you see the dollar volume, the percent of change, the average price, and the percent of change a year ago. It breaks it down to property categories. There's your condos and townhouses, commercial, and your rentals. As I scroll down just a little bit, there's the median price, and it's broken down. Pending sales, and I'm going to keep on going. There's the year-to-date summary. So you can see the year-to-date single family, 51,990. That's your entire MLS system. Median price, pending sales. Here are the closed sales by month, and this is where it gives you comparison. As you can see, January of 2016, 54.36, and if I go January 2017, 55.57, and January of this year, 58.90. So this is very helpful to see how things are progressing in a given month in the entire MLS. But I know most of you wanting to know about areas. How is it broken down by areas? Well, I am scrolling all the way down. It breaks it down. There's multifamily, and then it's going to go down to commercial, lots and vacant land. So I'm scrolling on down so you can see it breaks it down for all the sub-property categories. Now, here we go, sold by sales price, class. Let's take a look. Let's see. From $300,000 to $399.99, there was $21.35. So this is giving you an idea, some of those price points, where the biggest price points are. And there's your total down there at the bottom. And this is single family, the number of sales in a certain price point, and the percent of distribution, and the year-to-date sales and percent of change. But it gets even better than this, Maggie. I know you can't believe it, but it does. I'm going to scroll on down. Now we have what's called the hotness ratio. And you go, what, nurse, a hotness ratio? It says the hotness ratio is pending sales as a percentage of active listings. So here we go. Arlington, Southeast. I believe that's the first one. Big hotness ratio because look at the pending sales, to sales, days on market, and the month's inventory. So that's a hot area. Again, as it says down here, pending sales as a percentage of active listings. So you can check out what area is the hot area. There's Mesquite here, Dallas South Oak Cliff, Lancaster, Hearst. And as I continue to go down, you can see all the areas and what their information is, their hotness ratio, pending sales, and their sales. So that's really good information. And here's the continuation of the hotness ratio. Now, as I continue to scroll down on this particular statistic information, now it breaks it down by area numbers. For those of you that have joined us today, you're all familiar with area numbers. So you can see a comparison for Area 1, sales from last year to this year. So let's do, there's Area 10, 127, 103, a little bit low compared to last year. And again, these columns are your sales, average price, let me scroll up, there you go, median price, and so forth. Really good information that will help you either on a listing presentation or you're going to be speaking to a group of individuals that want to know how the real estate market is. So again, all of this information is obtainable on our website, mymetrotex.com. And I'm going to take you back there now just to remind you where we were here at the main screen. We scroll down and go to statistics. And I believe we have some questions here. What's one of our questions there, Maggie?
Well, Barb, I'm looking at two questions actually that I think are really great questions. So one is this data available in the raw format in addition to the converted PDF?
Wow, not that I'm aware of it. What you see is what you get. All of this information, Maggie, is compiled from the Real Estate Center at, I can't even think of the name of the college. The UT Center at, well, for heaven's sakes, I've had a meltdown, but that's all right. I'll tell you in a moment. I wanted to say UT Southwestern, but that's not it. Texas A&M. That's it. Texas A&M. Thank you for that. And that's where that information is compiled. Will this be available to refer to? Yes, absolutely. You can go on our website at any time, mymetrotex.com, scroll down and get to the statistics. What is this other one? For this report, is the area data accurate? I thought areas were not required fields in MLS. Oh, excellent. Yes. The areas are automatically added when you add a listing in MLS. The MLS takes it from the tax data and it fills in the subdivision, the area, the sub-area, the year built, and things of that nature. Yes. So when you add a listing, it is requiring an area and a sub-area. Yes, for this report is the area data. I thought the area, okay. I would have to inquire for Texas A&M. I'm not sure I understand that question requiring from Texas A&M. But anyway.
I think, Barb, that they were talking about the raw format of the data. If you were looking for any raw data, they were suggesting perhaps checking with Texas A&M to see what they had available.
Yeah, you could call them. I'm not sure what they can give you, but that's an excellent question, and I need even find out about that. And this webinar will be on our YouTube channel in just a couple of days. All right, so let's go in a little deeper in statistics. I'm logged into the MLS system. Couple of ways that you can get statistics. I believe most of you know that if you just do a search, and for I want just actives, and I will select Dallas County, and at the bottom of the screen it tells me I have quite a few. And when I select results, I'm not going to select all of them, but I could. I'm not going to because it'd be too much on the report, but I want you to see one of the reports that you may or may not be familiar with. It's called a quick CMA. and it gives you statistical information. It gives you the median, the minimums, the maximum, and the averages of those listings that you found. That might be very helpful to you, especially if you're doing a comp search and you need to find out the average prices, sold prices in a given area. So this is one way that you can get some nice statistics. And again, it's simply doing a search, selecting the properties that you need statistics on, and selecting Quick CMA. And it comes up with that information. Now there's another one at the bottom of the screen. You'll notice it says Stats. When I click on Stats, I can select Charts. See, it won't let me do charts, but I have to select this one, Tabular. Watch what happens when I click Tabular. Give it just a moment. It's just the statistical information, no addresses or anything of that nature. So out of the 12 properties I selected, I can see that the median price is $264,950. I can click my little back button here, and if I wanted to select some more, I certainly could. And again, I can click Stats, Tabular, and I get that information. So that's another way to get quick little statistics. But let's dive a little deeper. Up at the top of the screen, you have a blue tab that says Stats. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. On the left side of the screen, you have lots of choices. And in the middle of the screen, you can put in your criteria. You know, this is good. Let's try the historic sales by year. Now I'm going to I'll put in the city of Mesquite. Just put in Mesquite. That's all I need to put in. I could narrow it down. Notice I've added some additional fields from previous searches. I could have done that. I just want Mesquite this morning. So I'm going to click Generate. Now this chart is a little bit hard for me to understand, so that's why I like to always select Data. So I can see in August of 2017 the number of sales in Mesquite. And I can see it all the way down to June. So in August of last year we had 203. June of this year, 184. So if you're interested in Mesquite, and then in September you can see what happened in August of this year compared to August of last year. So that's one of those reports. We have another report over here. And my medium days on market versus list price median, I'm going to keep it as Mesquite and click Generate. While we're looking at that screen, I have a question. Average dollar square foot calculation in MLS is wrong. It has been brought out to the MLS user committee and was approved to be corrected, but as of now, nothing happened. For the individual that wrote that, I would love for you to send an email to the MLS at dfwre.com. If you would do that, please, so that we have a record of that and I can check into that if the average square foot calculation is incorrect, so that I can touch base and see when that is going to be corrected. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I really do appreciate that. So here we have the median days on market versus the list price median. And this is for Mesquite. So we have, oh, listen, it goes back to 13, 14. Isn't that great if you need some older data? So let's look at this year, 10 and 163,950. That's the days on market. I do want you to notice that you can send this to an Excel spreadsheet, a CVS, or CSV, not a CVS. Isn't that that's a pharmacy, right? Yeah. CSV. And if I click on that, I'll show you it downloaded it right here, and it opens up Excel, and I can take that information and do with it as I please. So I'm going to go ahead and close that. So these are some presets, which is pretty good, but you know what? I really like the custom one. So I'm going to click custom. Wow, check all this out. Time frame. When you select the drop down, you can select so much. You can even make it custom. I'm going to start simple. I'm going to do year to date 2018. I have a choice for what statistic I want. Take a moment to look at those. Number of sales, dollar volume, days to sell average, days to sell median, average listing dollar volume. Now remember, my previous searches, I asked for mesquite. Up here, I have this search button. I need to click on that because mesquite is still been selected. I'm going to remove that. I might want homes in a given area, total bedrooms, number of baths. I might want a school district in a certain city. I might want a zip code, subdivision. And as you can see, again, I have put in lots of other additional fields. So this time I'm going to do Dallas. And I'm only interested in the 3-bedroom homes. So I'm going to do 3-3 just to make sure I only get 3-bedroom homes. I want the year to date. It says we're experiencing difficulties with the audio conference. Okay. Can someone tell me, do you still hear me? If you would send a message, I would appreciate that. So the year to date, 2018, I want, okay. Can you hear me? If our connection is lost, would you go down to IT, please, run real quick like and tell him. I'm going to continue to talk just in case someone can hear me. So, time frame year to date 2018, active listings, I can pick, I would like number of active listings. I can have a chart type if I wanted to. I can have it area, column, I'll just pick column. If I wanted to do advanced techniques or advanced searching, I could by clicking advanced options. When I click advanced options, I can do a secondary statistic. I'm going to come back to that. I just want to do a basic search right now. Year to date, 2018, number of active listings in the city of Dallas. I'm going to generate that. I'll wait patiently here and see what we get. So, let's go back to the top of the screen where it says stats. I talked about system presets, but I want to talk about customize because I really like that. So the time frame. I'm going to click the drop down and I'd like to do year to date 2018. But what statistic do I want? We've got all kinds. So I think I would just like to know the number of active listings year to date in 2018. Someone says hurry. Well, Joyce, I'm not going to hurry too much. And I want to group it by month. I'm going to do the city of Dallas. And that's all I need to do. I'm going to generate. Well, that's a lot easier to read. But you know what? Up here in the top right-hand corner, I like data. So I'm going to click on data. This breaks it down for me. It's a little bit easier to read. So in January of this year, or January of last year, January of this year, year to date, this is how many active listings were in MLS in the month of January in the city of Dallas. You can see in July we have a lot more. Now I can change this statistic right over here on the left side of the screen. Instead of active listings, I'm going to jump all the way down to the bottom and I want number of sales. So I'm going to click number of sales. It's still going to be in Dallas, and I'm going to click Generate. Wait momentarily. Come on. There we go. And then there's the data. So in June of this year, 1,740 number of sales. Now what I can do is an advanced search. Right here in the lower left-hand corner, I can do advanced options. What is my secondary statistic? Let me see what choices I have. Number of active listings. So I'm going to compare active listings to sold. I'm going to group it by month. We're still in the city of Dallas. I'm going to generate, and I'll wait patiently just a moment. There we go. Now I can compare the number of sales in January to the number of active listings, and you can see those figures right there. Now in July, number of sales, of course July isn't over with yet, so we have 515 sales so far out of a number of active listings, 5,700. Great, great information. If you like a chart, there's the chart. When I go to group by month, or I can say none, my chart type, if I want area, I can generate that, and it gives me that type of information. A lot of people like charts. So this is one way that you can change it. I change it to line, and it looks like this. Now I'm going to click Hide Advance. I'm going to click Clear, the little whisk broom down here, and I'm going to clear this information as well, my search criteria. I'm going to start again with some other options. A time frame, again. Let's do the previous year, 2017. And this time we'll do number of sales, and I'll group it by, oh, I have something different now. I can group it, I like grouping it by month, but you can group it by county. Now, number of maximum categories, I'll do 5. I can display the top 5, and I have advanced options. If I wanted to, display the bottom 5, include prior years, that I like. So how many years do I want to see prior? I'll do 5. I think I'll do it instead of county, I'm going to do it by month. I think that'll be a lot easier. So I'm going to do 2017 plus the 5 previous years, number of sales, and number, I could do a secondary, I'm doing number of sales, I'll do number of active listings, so I could do that. But you'll notice it changes. So I'm going to go to none, so I'm going to go back to prior years again, 5 years. And let's see what we get. Oh, we better put in the city. Let's do Dallas again. And I'm going to do generate. Waiting patiently here. Whoa, that's difficult to read. Let's look at data. Now you can really see how the market has done, starting in January of 2012 all the way to 2017. And it's definitely increased in the city of Dallas starting from 2012 in January, February, and so forth. It tells you this is calculated from 104 listings from January 2012 to December 2017. If I don't want the previous years, or maybe just one, I can do it that way. So I'm doing another report, told it to generate, and this is just 1 year, 16 and 17. I'm going to clear this, and I'm going to clear my search criteria, because now if you want to really, really break it down, you certainly can if you want to compare like bedrooms. So I will do the I'll do 2017 again, and I want number of active. Well, let's see. Let's do median days on market, and I will group it by month, and I will include like the last 5 years, but I just want those that have 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, just out of curiosity. So I'm going to put 3-3 and 2-2 for the bedrooms, the bathroom, and we'll do a different city this time. We'll do Carrollton, Carrollton. We'll do Carrollton this time. So I'm simply asking the last 5 years, from 2017 to the last 5 years, simply 3 bedrooms and 2 baths in Carrollton, generate. I'm going to go to data at the top right hand corner. Now remember again, this is 3 bedroom and 2 baths only. So if you need statistics for specific type of home, bedroom, bathroom, subdivision, you could certainly do it as a subdivision as well. So if I click search up here, and I'm going to get rid of the city, and I'm going to put in a subdivision. I'm going to put in Royal Chapel. Whoops, if I'd spell it right. Royal, Royal Chapel. Remember, you always put an asterisk after your subdivision name. And I do need to put in the city. So this time, simply 3-bedroom, 2 baths, the last 5 years, in a subdivision. And there are none. But see, I have bedrooms and bath. That might be wrong. So I'm going to get rid of that just to show you what will happen if I take that out and click generate. It did make a difference. And I'm waiting. Here we go. So this is the cumulative days on market and the median price. This report's a little bit different. We don't have anything in 2015. Again, found just 84 listings, likely too few to chart. All right, so that's good. We like that. Now, if you do one and you want to save a search, you certainly can do that. I'm going to erase all of this here, and I'm going to come back and do just year to date, and I want sales price average, and I don't need any advanced search. I'm just going to do Louisville, Lewisville. I'll do Louisville this time. I'll generate. Now, if I want to save this, I click the Save button, and I'm going to give it a name. Lewisvill. Louisville. And save search criteria with preset? No. I just want to click Save. And I have saved that search, and I can bring it up again in the future. So let me do a quick little review. When you log into MLS and you hover over stats, you have a choice of presets, or you can customize it. The nice thing about customization is you can actually do a time frame. If you want just a couple of months for this year or last year, you can be specific. If I want to go back to January 2013 to December of 2013, I certainly can do that. We have a question. Can we have a space in naming a file? Well, let's see. That's an excellent question. No one's ever asked me that before, but you know what? We're going to find out right now. I'm going to do generate a report, wait for it to come up. Got some good questions this morning, Maggie. I like that.
I know.
Okay, I'm going to click Save, and I'm going to put January through December 2013. And I'm going to click Save. Well, there you go. It works. How about that? Thank you for that question. And again, customize, and you have your presets. So if you have any questions on that, let's see them, because I'm going to go on to trends. I love trends. So we talked about statistics on our homepage, and then we talked about stats here. And I want to, well, before I go into trends, let's talk about market reports real quick like. I believe most of you have done market reports. If not, you're going to love it. Market reports, I can get agent market share, office market share. I'm going to click office market share. I'm going to rank it by total count. I just want to see the top 25 offices, residential only, single family. It's all I want. And I'm going to put in the city of Dallas. And I have to put in a date range. I'm going to go back from 01/01/2018 and a plus sign. So I want the total count, the offices ranked by total count, maximum of 25 rows, residential single family only in the city of Dallas from the first of the year. And I generate. And you can see, I'm going to make the screen a little bit bigger. Oh, that was too big. That the Alibeth almond has sold 235, listed 184 for a total of 419, because I ranked this by total sides. So that is something if you need for bragging rights when you go on a listing presentation and so forth. You can do the same thing for agents if you go to market reports and you go to agent market share. It's the same thing. Put in your volume, how many rows, what information you want, and you will see who the top agent is in whatever area you've given. So that's a good thing. What is non-MLS? All right, Maggie's answering that. We had a question, what is non-MLS? So that has to do with someone that brought the buyer and they are not a member of MLS, and that's why we see non-MLS. Okay, so let me cancel that. I know all of you have done a search before in MLS, and I'm going to do a quick little search. Active listings, I'll do 250 to 350, and I want 4 more bedrooms, and I want single family only, and I'll do the city of Richardson. And let's see what I have. 30 matches. That's perfect. So I've found these properties, and I'm going to click on an MLS number. And under the picture, have you all seen the 10K? And Maggie, I'm just guessing they've seen it, but they haven't clicked on it because they were afraid to.
That sounds about right.
That's right. Don't be afraid to click on this 10K, because when you click on it, look what happens. Trends comes up. In this zip code, 75081, because that's where that listing was, in all price ranges, I'm going to do single family right here. I'll do all bedrooms, and I just want resale. I don't care about the square footage or the year built. This is 3 years of information. Please notice the median sales price in that zip code, 75081, back in January of 2016 was 175. But then in February it jumped up to 225. And then as I continue on, you will notice I had a little dip here, a little dip there, and it goes on, 2016. And way over here, look at it, June of this year, 299.9. That is the average, that's the median sales price. If I change it down here to average, we got 293.091. We had a big dive right here in 2016. Original list price, you have the median and the average. Price per square foot. Look at here. In Richardson, in that zip code, I believe that's Richardson, all the way up. It's gone up $143 per square foot. Back in 2015, it was $91. Look at that wonderful increase. Shows you how that market is doing in that zip code area. The difference between median and average. If you have a series of 10 numbers, one sales price is $100,000 and the 10th one is $500,000, you add all of those prices up and divide it by 10. That is the average. The median is that price right in the middle. That's the difference between median and average. Average is a calculated figure. Good question. Days on market. Oh, well, this one's all over the planet, isn't it? Up here, you can change how you see this report. I can do the bar. I can go back to the line. I can also change years. I want 5 years. Perhaps I want 10 years. Whoa. I can even do the maximum. It goes all the way back to 2003. So if you really want to see some history, you can certainly do that. I'm going to go back to 3 years. Monthly. There it is. This is a rolling 3 months if you do it this way. 6 months, 12 months. I like monthly. And this is the percent of change from the same time last year. That's trends. Now I can narrow this down. So I have this zip code, and I just want single family, but I'm only looking at those that have 3 bedrooms and 4 bedrooms. Notice I can select both of them. I've selected both. Now in order to see the difference, I'm going to go up here and click on this funny little arrow. Now you will notice it shows me the difference. The 4 bedrooms are in red. The 3 bedrooms are in blue. You know what's nice about this, Maggie, is that I can print this out, or I can share this if I need to. So let's say I'm going on a listing presentation. I want 3 and 4 bedrooms only, resale, single family, and I can do square footage as well. Let's see, I know my subject property is 2,000 to 2,999. So it's crunching the numbers. I can do that. I can also select 3,000 square feet or more if I need to. And it makes my information a little bit different. If I wanted to print this, right here, it says print. Great for printing. If I click, I'm going to view the print window so you can see. It's going to come up here in a moment. And that's what it looks like when you print it. You've got your years down at the bottom, and of course your chart, 3 bedrooms and 4 bedrooms. You'll notice my name is up there. So when you want to use this, you can go up to your profile and put in your picture and your name and your email and so forth. So that will print out on your report. You can also do a manual search where it says My Areas. You can search a given area in Trends, which I absolutely love. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. Control scroll to zoom in. So I'm going to go into a given area. Let me go up to Richardson. Okay, here's Richardson over here. Notice at the top of the screen you have a polygon you can draw, and you should be familiar with that because you can do that in MLS. And then I have a circle if I want to draw a circle. I'm going to draw a polygon, but I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more because I want a certain area in Richardson. I'm going to click the polygon. So I'm going to click and let go. I'm going to go all the way over here, click and let go. And I'm going to come on down, click and let go, come across belt line, and then, whoopsie, click again, and go up to the top where I began. I'm going to save this. I'm going to give it a name, Richardson. And I'm going to save it. And it tells me my area's been saved. It's 1.6 square miles and includes 1816 listings. Take me to stats or back to the map. I'm going to click See Stats. So there are the custom stats that I can see because of the map that I drew. That's pretty cool. I see we've got some questions coming in, Maggie. What do we got?
Well, there's a few in here. We've had a few other questions in regards to your average and median, so that's backing it up just a little bit.
Okay.
And I don't know if everybody saw my answer or not, but I was talking about average versus median. So whenever you're trying to find the average of, say you've got 5 different numbers that you're looking at. So you've got 5 different properties with 5 different sold prices or listing prices, what have you. To get the average of those 5 numbers, you will add them together and then divide by 5. You have 5 figures you added together. You're going to divide by the number 5 after adding them.
That is correct.
And that will give you your average.
That's correct.
Now, for that same set of 5 numbers, if you're looking for the median, what you'll want to do is you'll line those 5 numbers up from greatest to least. Mm-hmm. So you'll have your biggest number at the top, your smallest number at the bottom, and looking at those 5, whatever that third number is in the middle, that is your median. Mm-hmm. That is your middle ground between what your most expensive mm-hmm. and your most inexpensive of those 5 properties that you're looking for.
That's right.
So I'm hoping that that helps with y'all's questions in regards to the difference between your average and your median. We had another question I hadn't gotten to as of yet. It's someone said, I always use average for pricing. Is that what most people use? You want to answer that one, Barb?
Well, I would always suggest that you talk to your broker or your mentor or in your office that have some experience, because it depends on what you're doing. Are you just talking in general terms? Are you doing a CMA? So it depends on how you're going to present the information. Some buyers said, just give me an idea what the market is doing. Well, you can just kind of give them the median range. It just depends on who you're talking to.
A lot of factors that go into that.
Yeah.
And again, talking with your broker to see who is probably more familiar with that area and what's going on with that particular market would be a good source to get more information from. And then, Barb, we had another question I thought was pretty good. It's, when do experienced agents use statistics? Is it mostly for listings?
Oh, goodness. You can use statistics anytime. Let's just say you're a member of a club and they want you to speak at their luncheon, a women's club, a men's club, whatever it might be. You can give general statistics. You can say, per the MLS system, between May and June of this year, the average sales price or the average listing price in the North Dallas area is between $250 and $350. So you can give general statistics because people want to know that. They like to know what the market is doing, and they want your advice because you're the expert in real estate and you have these statistics. It's also handy if you're on a listing presentation. Maggie will tell me, well, I'm not familiar with this neighborhood that much, so what's going on? I can say, well, in the last 3 months, 15 houses sold between $250 and $350, whatever it might be. You never want to give an exact address and how much an exact house sold. That goes into a different ballpark. And if you have the question about that, you can just give us a call in MLS. But yes, you can use the statistics anytime. You've got it available to you.
Yeah, wouldn't you say it would be used for both the listing as well as the buying side? I mean, if you're looking
sure.
for a property, you want to know what's happening in that market anyways, right?
Absolutely.
So it wouldn't be just for listing agents. It would be also on that selling side as
Right.
well.
Now, we are social media. We all carry our smartphones with us. We're always doing Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. Yes, social media. So I've got this information here. If I click share, you will notice social media and email. I can embed it in my blog or website. If I do that, how would I embed it? Great for printing, live, always update with latest data. I can share that. If I click share, I can download it. And there it is there. So there is a link, and yes, you can certainly do that. So you can share it on social media. Social media and email, share away. Oh, let me start over. And I click share. I can view it in a new window. And then I can share this information. All right. So again, how did we get to trends? Well, y'all do a search. You pull up a listing. And you're not familiar with it, you pull up a listing and say, okay, this is in Richardson, and under the lower right-hand corner, it's taking a moment to search. I'm not sure why. I'm going to close this button right there. It is. We just saw that one. Let me do next. There it is. And under the lower right-hand corner, it says 10K, and when you do that, it brings up information in that zip code. You know, when you're on the portal, you have the trends icon. So if you don't want to log into MLS, you go, oh, what's trends? If I click on it here, now it's giving me different information because it's the entire MLS. You can change this at any time. If I am here and I click, let me close this trends here. If I am here, I can certainly change it up here. I can change it to city, zip code, my areas. I'm going to click my areas. There's Richardson, Oaklawn, around the lake. These are those map searches that I saved some time ago. So if I want to see around the lake, it's crunching the numbers. Slowly but surely, it's crunching the numbers. And it will bring me that information for the search that I did on that area. There's the average, and notice the average here, right here. Now I'm going to change the sales price to median, and it will be a little bit different.
Two things, Barb, just real quick. So
Yeah.
I have a couple of requests, if you wouldn't mind going over the social media and then being able to get that link and embed it. And then also I have someone who asked, repeat my area access, please. Do you know what she's asking for? I'm not quite sure.
What area access? What was that? I can't see it.
A little further up, right here.
Can you repeat my area access? Oh, sure. That's searching by area, I'm
Okay.
guessing. Yeah.
I gotcha.
Okay, what is the reason it's called 10? That's, Keith, I haven't a clue. It's just called 10K. I'm not sure why. That's what they've named it. Good question. First time I heard it, I thought maybe it was talking about a race, a
I
10K
did too.
race, but it's your statistics. So in trends, again, if you want to share it, you can embed this in your website. I can make it interactive. You have to frame it, or you can do grab the raw data. I do not have a website. I don't know exactly how that's done. You would have to get into your management part of your website and add it, create a link or button on your website so that consumers could see it. The social media and email, you just share it away. How do you share it? I can copy this and put it in an email. I can view it in a new window. I can copy this and I can make the URL smaller if I wanted to, put it in an email. I can certainly do that. All right, because it's worth at least 10K. Thank you, Chuck.
And I like this
He
one.
wanted to know we're all in a race with the market in one way or another. I guess so, Kathleen. Yes. Okay, so that's trends. We like that. And again, you can get it from the portal, or if you're in MLS, the bottom of the screen, you click 10K, it will come up. You can make your own search. Here's how you design your own search in trends. You click My Areas. You zoom in to a location you're interested in. So let's do DeSoto, Duncanville area. So I'm going to zoom in quite close, move around. So I'm going to do this area right here. I have a polygon, or I could do a circle. I like a polygon because it's a little more precise. So I click once and let go. I'm going to move all the way over to 20. Click and let go. Notice I'm going to make an unusual polygon. I'm going to follow Wheatland Road, go down here, go over here, just kind of going around here. And then I click to where I started. I'm going to save this. I'm going to call it Duncanville by Lakeside. It was a park, I believe. I click Save. It tells me how much area I put in and how many listings. I'm going to click See Stats, and there are my stats. I can see how many homes are for sale, how many new listings, how many pending sales. Again, I can do the line, I can share it, I can do 3 years, I can do 1 year. You have so many opportunities for statistics. Remember, our website, mymetrotext.com, and when you scroll down, you see this information. It comes from the Real Estate Center at Texas A&M. I can view the latest report here. I can select, I can go back to 2013, June of this month, June of this year rather. I can see, let me zoom in for you. Sales for single family for June, condos. And again, when you have a lot of information, it breaks it down by month, 16, 17, and 18. And then it breaks it down by your area, price range, and there's price range there. Excellent information off of our website. If that's not what you like, I'm going to do it by Dallas County. there's a quick little report by Dallas County that's composed by Texas A&M Real Estate Center. If that's not what you're looking for, on the portal you have trends that we just talked about. When you're in MLS, not only do you have stats that you can do, you also have, you could do a search. You can just do a regular search and get some statistical information. I want everything that's active in Dallas that is single family right now, and I click results, and at the bottom of the screen it says stats. I click on that in tabular, so it tells me the current price, the median current price, maximum. So there is one that has a maximum of 11 beds, total beds 18, and so forth. And the one is 24,500,000, and then there's one that is $1. That's a test listing, by the way. So you can get those kind of statistics in MLS by clicking stats at the bottom. If you select some listings, you can then click Quick CMA, and you get statistics here on the listings that you've selected. So I can see the minimum, the maximum, the average, and the median. Again, the median is 267, while the average is 261, 234. So you have a lot of statistical information that you can get on the Quick CMA. And just as a quick refresher, if you wanted to email this Quick CMA, you know how you do it, Maggie?
Yeah, you just go down here. You're going to go to print after you've made your
That's
selection.
That's right. You're going to go to print, and right here where it says Quick CMA, that's how you can email the Quick CMA. Many people think if they click email, but it doesn't go that way. Or
no, it doesn't.
A lot of individuals will save the Quick CMA as a document. And you don't need to do that. You can just go to print. So we have the home page, and you can go to stats. You can do a search and get statistics. You can get market reports, office market share. I can put in my own office ID if I wanted to see how many properties my office had ranked by volume sold, whatever it might be. I can put in just a city. I can do it also by an agent if I wanted to. And then again, you have your trends. So, any further questions before we say goodbye? Let's see. I think we've answered them. Thank you, Keith. I hope you got he said it was excellent. I appreciate that. Again, I apologize for the little glitch in the internet. So I'm not sure how all that worked out. It will be on our YouTube channel in a couple of days. We're also going to have another webinar on August 20th. I'm not sure what it's going to be on yet, but you can always call us in a couple of days, and I'll have figured out what I'm going to teach on the next webinar. I think WJ is going to be teaching something, but it's also, you can call us, and it's also on our calendar in MLS. And if there are no further questions, I appreciate your time. You have a wonderful week. And, someone says, our YouTube channel. Let me show you where to get to the YouTube channel. Here we go, everybody. I'm going to go to our website, mymetrotext.com. I'm going to go all the way to the very bottom right-hand corner. Right here, where it says social media, I'm going to click on that. And there's one more step we're going to do. I'm going to click on videos right here. And any video that you see has a screenshot. That's one of our webinars. There's hot sheets. Here's expired listing back to active. Client management. Let's see. RPR. Love RPR. How to create a team in MLS. Now, not just our presentations, but look at all the other things on our YouTube channel that you can get information on. So if you haven't visited our YouTube channel, please do so. There's a lot of excellent information for you. And again, mymetrotext.com, lower right-hand corner, click on the YouTube channel icon, then click videos, and you will see all of our videos. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Y'all have a wonderful week, and stay tuned for another webinar on August 20th. That will be on our website shortly so that you can sign up for it. Thank you. Say goodbye, Maggie.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.